because people have got to know whether or not their president is a crook.
Hi, my name is Eric Harrison, and welcome to my nonpartisan, neutral news channel, Political Tricks, where I mean to uncover all the sneaky little tricks that politicians and the media use on both sides of the aisle to prevent us from having a functioning democracy. So welcome to the world of political tricks.
Public service is a profound responsibility.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Somebody's bleach blonde, bad-built bush body.
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aww.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
So the political trick we're going to look at today is the post hoc ergo propter hoc, which is Latin for the after this, therefore because of this logical fallacy. And essentially in this logical fallacy, what happens is the assumption that X happened after Y, therefore Y must have caused X. And I'm sure we've all been a victim of this logical fallacy in our lifetime. I remember one time I was out of college and I borrowed my friend's truck to move some things between storages. And when I returned the truck to him, he said it was broken. And so I must have broken it. But sure enough, when we took it to a mechanic, there was already something in there that was like, broken or it was about to break, but it was like barely holding together. So it was just bad luck that it happened when I had borrowed it. So, this is the kind of thing that happens all the time. And this is very common in the political world. It's a very common political trick. So for our first political example of this, after this, therefore, because of this logical fallacy, we're going to take a look at a new segment from The View, where the women there are discussing the allegations made by Hillary Clinton against the former Congresswoman of Hawaii, Tulsi Gabbard, accusing her of being a Russian asset. And we're going to see this particular logical fallacy be used by the women of The View when they try to confirm this accusation against Tulsi.
But I think they've got their eye on somebody who's currently in the Democratic primary and are grooming her to be the third-party candidate. She's the favorite of the Russians. They have a bunch of, sites and bots and other ways of supporting her so far. And that's assuming Jill Stein will give it up, which she might not, because she's also a Russian asset.
Oh. So most people say she's clearly talking about candidate Tulsi Gabbard, and some other candidates are defending Tulsi getting called out like this. So what did you think when you heard that?
For me, honestly, Hillary's been dead on with so many things. She told us about Russia. She told us about the probable interference during the debate. She was Secretary of State. She has deep knowledge about world issues. I thought, where's the lie? I've often said that Tulsi is sort of the Trojan horse in this. She's polling only at 1.2%, yet she's still in the race. You have her being touted by people like Fox News personalities like Tucker Carlson. She's endorsed by sort of the Russians.
David Duke.
David Duke. She has basically renounced that.
So I actually remember this entire drama going down back in 2016. Tulsi Gabbard was running to be the Democratic Party's presidential nominee, and she was performing very well in the debate. She had just gone toe-to-toe with Kamala Harris, I think, and performed very well. And from the looks of her, I thought she was going to be the future of the party. She was a woman of color. She was a member of the military. She was young. She was just very charismatic on stage, very, very good in the debate, very sharp. And I was really surprised when Hillary Clinton came out and just suddenly accused her of being a Russian asset and basically tried to sink her reputation. And so I looked into why Hillary Clinton would do such a thing. And sure enough, I found that Tulsi Gabbard wasn't very popular with the Democratic Party. She did things like endorse Bernie Sanders' message, which they didn't like. She went to Syria to investigate the war crimes there on her own. And that really pissed off a lot of people in the establishment. So she was kind of a free spirit. And sure enough, someone like Hillary Clinton came along to kind of take her out of the spotlight by trying to ruin her reputation. And but what surprised me next was that The View picked this up and they ran with it. And of course, the women of The View threw all kinds of mud at Tulsi Gabbard. They said that Hillary Clinton was right about so many things, so why wouldn't she be right about this too? and that, Tulsi Gabbard went on to Fox News, and that she talked to people like Tucker Carlson, so that Hillary Clinton must be right in thinking that she's a traitor and a Russian asset. I mean, God forbid, Tulsi Gabbard goes onto Fox News and talks to the other half of her constituency. I mean, she is a U.S. Congresswoman after all and represents everybody in her district, not just the Democrats who put her into office. But it was just these kind of logical fallacies that the women of The View started to sling at her. And the one that we're looking at is the after this, therefore, because of this logical fallacy, and that's what they did next.
But she's never renounced the Russian support. There have been about 20 Russian bot websites that have supported her since she's announced her run for the presidency.
She tweeted back and called Hillary a warmonger. Okay, so that does not do anything for me. She hasn't denied it. She hasn't said anything in her tweets. How dare you? It's outrageous. Of course I'm not. She didn't say that. No. She's just going after.
Basically, Joy Behar and Sonny Hostin came out and they accused Tulsi Gabbard of being a Russian asset because she didn't deny it. And therefore, because of this lack of denial, the allegations were probably true. And that structure right there is a classic after this, therefore, because of this logical fallacy. And that's what we see here in this clip. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And don't forget to comment, like, and most of all, please subscribe. Thank you so much.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Get your hands where I can see them! Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and please don't forget to vote!